Welcome to episode number 12 of the Dogmastic Show. I'm so happy to have you here. And the holidays are here. The year is almost over. I cannot believe it. So, what I want to talk about today is very dear to my heart because, um, first, my my whole focus is rescue a dog instead of purchasing. But just because there are so many amazing, beautiful, beautiful dogs, even puppies. There's plenty of puppies that need to be rescued. So they're looking for their forever home. And when you do rescue them, they are so grateful. They're so grateful to be out of the Humane Society and the facility. Of course, if they're in a foster home, it's a better situation for them. But um, but they're just so grateful. And my all my dogs have been rescued, and you can get puppies. That's the main thing. So when, let's say, if you're looking for a specific breed of dog and you're going through a breeder, just make sure that the breeder does not sell the dogs before 8 weeks old, because you want them, you want your puppy to be with their mother and be with the pack for with their siblings for as much as possible. They're going to learn so much more when they're 9, 10 weeks old. And not only that, I mean, if you choose a feisty little puppy, then the longer that feisty puppy is with the mom, the more corrections he or she will get. Because when there's one puppy going absolutely nuts, what the mom will do is she'll grab him by the scruff of the neck with her teeth. She'll pull him back, give him a growl until they totally submit and calm down, and then she'll put him down. So the more times that they get corrected, the more um, that they'll learn. And that's the important thing about the training. So with dog training, the leash is your tool. You're in control when that leash is on, and when you need to give a correction, you use the leash with just a little pop, a little step on the leash, and a quick, firm, short, firm no. Because once you're giving that correction, then it kind of like reminds them of getting corrected from their mom. So um, now another thing is, think about the puppy stores that have an extreme turnaround rate with all these puppies, and over and over and over and over and over again. And unfortunately, you don't know where these puppies are coming from. What state are they coming from? So if the puppy is less than 8 weeks old, let's say 7 weeks old, okay? 7 weeks, that is less than 2 months old. There's no reason for it. But I mean, just imagine yourself, put yourself into that puppy's body, okay? And especially if they're coming from another state, then the puppy is put in a crate and put on an airplane in cargo, not underneath somebody's seat. So in cargo, flown across the country, and then just we don't know what happens in transport, because I've trained way too many dogs, way too many puppies, excuse me, that have severe crate anxiety, severe, whether they're chewing on the crate, and especially for like a larger puppy, they're chewing on the wires, they're chewing on they're just they're in total panic. Or as soon as you put them in the crate, then they pee and they defecate all over themselves, because it's just so fearful. And imagine being in cargo in an airplane with all those noises, and it's cold and dark, and they're taken away from their siblings and their mother, and they have absolutely no clue what's going on. And if it's a long flight, you really think that they can hold their pee? No. So when they get to the airport, and then the people that are taking the luggage out of cargo, who knows what they're doing? Who knows how they're handling the dogs? I mean, look, I don't know. I don't know the statistics. I don't know how it works. But for a young puppy, I mean, it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing, and you can't blame them for being so anxious being in a crate. And when a puppy has crate anxiety, it is extremely hard, because as they need to be in a confinement to protect themselves, so they're not peeing and pooping all over the house, and so they're not chewing on and destroying all your things in your house. So it's very hard, because then, like, as the trainer, then we need to come up with different situations. So if it's not a crate, then we use a playpen. If the dog is still extremely fearful of a playpen, then a room, keeping them in the bathroom, keeping them in a laundry room. But I mean, the main thing with the age of the puppy, it's also the immunities. The younger that you get the puppy, the less immune, like their immune system is not functioning at its highest. When they're with their siblings and they're with their mother still, then they have more time to play and observe, and get into things and just have fun. Just have fun and be a puppy. So please consider that. It's extremely, extremely important to really know where you're getting the puppy from. And another thing, I mean, yes, there's plenty of amazing puppy stores that take care of the puppies, and you see that they're well taken care of. But unfortunately, there's plenty of puppy stores that are only looking for the money. They're only focused on the money, and they're not focused on how healthy and well taken care of the puppies are. Um, and not only that, I mean, there's plenty of sick dogs, because in a puppy store, it's like all the puppies are in nursery school. They're in nursery school. They're all together. Their immune system is not high, and it's so easy for them to catch a cold and get kennel cough. And it's there's so many things to consider. But I mean, like, there's unfortunately there's plenty of mother dogs that just had puppies, and they're in a rescue, and of course the puppies go really fast. I mean, I find that it's even it's like a Christmas present for an older dog to get out of a facility, a humane society, or an animal care, like, rescue place, to get out of that cage and to be adopted is the happiest day of that dog's life. And if you are thinking about purchasing or rescuing, then research the breed. If you're going to rescue, and it's a mutt and it's a whole mixture of thing, you still have the time to research the breed of what you want. What do you want? What kind of dog do you want? Do you want a small dog? Do you want a medium-sized dog? Do you want a large dog? Do you want a dog that has high energy? Do you want a dog that is low energy? It all depends on your family too. So if you're a person that is very chill, calm, and likes to be out in nature, but like reading a book out in nature, then a Border Collie, Australian Shepherd, Malinois, Rat Terrier, Jack Russell Terrier, they're not the dog for you, because they're so high energy. They have such they're working dogs, and they need a job. They need to be active at all times. So if you're active, then research all the breeds that are active and love to work, and like, yeah, let's go. If you're an active person, then you don't want to get a French bulldog or an English bulldog or a pug or a Pekingese, because they have breathing issues and they can't go on 6 to 10 mile hikes, or runs. Their body just can't handle it. And look, everybody loves the Frenchies. And I don't know how, I don't know, I'm not a breeder and I don't know the breeding process, but to mate the Frenchies is a very big process. It's not like a fact of life where, you know, two dogs are breeding and look, correct me if I'm wrong, please, because like I said, I'm not a breeder and I never want to be. Um, so I believe that it's like, you know, taking the male dog and making them, I mean, like, I don't think that, I don't know if the male dog is able to mount the female dog and do the deed naturally. Because I know that to get the lineage and to get the DNA and everything like that, then they collect the male dog's sperm and then artificially inseminate the female. And then when the female is ready to give birth, she can't have a natural birth because the French bulldog's puppies' heads are too big. So she has to have a C-section every single time that she breeds. So she's pretty much getting cut open and then having stitches right after giving birth, and then has to deal with feeding all the puppies. So I don't see it's fair. So so please consider rescuing. There's so many humane societies and rescues that are just filled and overpacked, and people keep on just abandoning the animals and leaving them outside, and or to make it even worse, they're just abandoning them in a parking lot or in the Everglades. Come on, man. I mean, like, there's no reason for it. If you can't own your dog anymore, then do everything possible to find them a good home and don't leave them stranded alone, because that's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting and there's no reason for it. And it's happening more and more. And every single time that something comes up on my feed, whether it's on Instagram or it's on one of my YouTube pages, it brings me to tears, because, like, how can you do that? How can you be that heartless to just it's your own fault. It's your own fault for not thinking before getting a dog, not doing the training to better your relationship and increase that connection and bond with your dog, and giving up and totally giving up and not finding them a new home. So shame on all you people that like have done that, and shame on all the people that are doing it, because there's no reason for it. So and if you're going to leave your dog out in the backyard and not include them into the family and bring them inside, especially if it's cold outside, then don't get a dog. Dogs are pack animals and they see you as their family. We're the one who domesticated them. So bring them inside and show them the love that they deserve instead of making them an outside guard dog with like no shelter. Because it's just disgusting. There's no reason for it. So as you can see, I'm very passionate about it. And my mission is to help as many animals and people as possible. My mission is to keep dogs in their forever home by teaching people how to train their dogs without treats and connect with their dogs on the soul level. So check out my YouTube page, The Dog Mystic. Take a look at my website, thedogmystic.com, and purchase my book, Happy Dogs Equal Happy Homes. It's a problem-solving techniques question and answer book. So you read through the information, and then you have a QR code to watch the video that goes along with your answer. So happy holidays, everyone. And if you're feeling stuck at the end of the year and you're not sure where to go, make some changes. You only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest and do what you love. Because if these past 3 years have not taught you how to realize that our lives are so valuable and our lives can end in any minute. So you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. So thank you very much. And I will see you soon.